Joining us right now are Fox News contributor Julie Roginsky and Republican strategist Rich Galen. Julie, one of my favorite people on planet Earth.
Oh.
The fight.
Happy New Year. You're not even drunk and you're saying that.
Yeah.
I mean it. I don't say. I love it when you're here.
Thanks, honey.
I want to bring it back to Trump v. Hillary. I said this. This is already the discussion that's happening privately, even among people I know in rural Virginia. They've gone right to that. They're like, if you don't like Trump but you don't like Hillary, if there's a matchup, who do you vote for? Do you even vote? And I wonder the back and forth that you're seeing over the women issue, the gender issue, the bill issue. Does that get them anywhere with primary voters? Does it get them anywhere with people who are undecided?
Helps them both for different reasons. Helps him because obviously it helps him in the Republican Party to take it directly to Hillary. He's saying, look, I'm the one person that can get to Hillary and get under her skin and take it to her. Sets him up as a good general election candidate in the minds of primary Republican voters. For her, it reminds people that she was a victim in the whole Bill Clinton thing, which is what she wants to portray herself as. Don't forget, her numbers were never higher than right after the Monica Lewinsky scandal. She does very well at presenting herself as a victim, and the fact that he keeps bringing up the fact that her husband cheated on her and all these infidelities, he's not doing it the right way. There are hits on her that you can take, but he's not taking them correctly.
Before I get to Rich, what are the hits?
Well, the hits that you should say is the fact that when they were going after all these women that were coming forward, accusing Bill Clinton essentially of sexual harassment, sexual assault in some cases, she was right there saying that they're crazy, they're wackos, they're you know, she was part of the whole move to make them not be believable. But that's not what Trump is doing. Trump is saying, you know, even her own husband cheated on her. And, you know, there are a lot of women, and she stayed with him. There are a lot of women out there, by the way, who chose to stay with their husbands for various reasons, who are going to sympathize with her because of that.
But they didn't orchestrate a kind of hit campaign on the women who were making the accusations.
Yeah.
But Rich, I have a feeling Donald Trump is going to make those points in the weeks and months ahead. I think this is just scratching the surface.
Well, I mean, the point is exactly right. We're still in the primary season, will be for a long time. And there's a difference between attracting primary voters and general election voters. What Trump and Clinton are both doing, I'm not sure they're expanding their primary voter base. Clinton doesn't have to. But what they are doing is solidifying their base, that people that were sort of for Trump are more for Trump. And I'm out of the trashing Trump business. I've been wrong every time I've opened my mouth.
You know what? If we're gonna...
I have no reputation left. It's like my stock picking. It's just awful.
I will say that I have been completely wrong about Trump. I went on Greg Gutfeld's show and said that this was the summer romance, that people were going to sober up after too much tequila and realize this is not happening. It's the guy who says he has a backyard pool and it's above the ground, which doesn't count. So I was completely wrong. This is still continuing. Guys, I want you to get in here, though.
Well, being wrong is one thing, but we also have to see some actual votes, Dagen. So it would be nice, you know, once we get through that point. Rich, I just one quick question on this. Can Trump attack Hillary on becoming an elitist or becoming what the Clintons have become in terms of a dynasty? Can he go there given where he's at himself?
Yes, he can. He can say anything he wants. Look, no, I mean, I know that sounds silly, but years and years and years ago, when I was at the Republican Congressional Campaign Committee, there was a congressman in Indiana, in Indianapolis, a Democrat in a Republican district, and we polled and polled and polled to find out why he kept being reelected. And we would tell people, this is what he said at home, and this is what he said in the congressional record. And the people in Indiana said, we don't believe you. And that's, I think, whatever Trump says, his supporters will simply twist it enough to say, well, he's right about that. So there's nothing you can do. I mean, either his balloon will lose air of its own accord, or he's going to be the Republican nominee. Who knows?
Let me go back to something Julie mentioned, though, which is women. Trump is not generally seen as somebody who in a general election is going to have strong appeal with women. Do attacks like this, given some of the factors Julie talked about, make that harder for him, or might they help him with women?
No, I don't. Who knows? Again, you don't. I mean, you can answer every one of these questions with the same two words. But here's the. I mean, white Republican men don't typically do all that well in general elections with women to start with. There's a name for that, the gender gap. But again, it hardens his supporters. Their support for him, and you know, as we move into the voting, the actual voting, we'll see whether or not these people who are for him. Somebody wrote a great piece the other day that I actually quoted in a column, and he called it that, it was Patrick Ruffini, the digital guy. He said there's a difference between people who prefer Trump and people who support Trump. And we'll see whether the preference people actually can be transitioned into supporters and voters.
Julie, final word.
I'm a little worried about Rich. He's like stringing up the news for himself. It's hopeless. It's over. Only final word is I completely...
Am I done yet or not?
I don't know if you are, but
how long do I have to sit here?
I'm excited to see what Trump says next, because it's like Mexicans, rapists, and criminals, poll numbers go up. Insult a woman, polls numbers go up. Insult a war hero, polls numbers go up. Go after disabled people, poll numbers go up. I don't know what's next.
I found an old picture of him with Kenny G and saying that Kenny G produced terrific music. If that's not going to be the end of his campaign, I don't know. I mean, there's got to be a line somewhere.
Donald Trump, who knows? That's the
Yeah, Donald Trump, who knows? That's the headline.
But wait till Trump starts campaigning with Zamfir. Then we'll have something good.
And his magic flute.
Crazier things have already happened. Thank you so much, Julie. It's good to see you.
Happy New Year.
Julie Roginsky and Rich Galen. Happy New Year.